Island on the 25th of November. A few clips there of my day in town. A good day. Once I stopped watching the media and stopped getting side effects. It sort of started last night for reasons I can sort of fathom a bit, but it may be side effects, it may be whatever. But it does seem to me that the media in 2024, online and terrestrial, is pretty dreary most of the time. Fatalistic and all that sort of thing. You know, these stories about climate change and all the rest of it, which I don't really buy into. But crazy stuff. It seems to me making all sorts of suggestions about what's happening with the world and what's happening with people and all sorts of things. Doom laden stuff, fatalistic stuff, and dreary, just dreary. So it was great to have. I mean, I was vaping a bit this morning, even though I had the windows open. The smoke alarms went off in my flat, and the person I spoke with, I told her 4 times, there's no smoke and there's no fire. But she was insistent on calling the fire brigade. They came round, they were chilled out and went away, satisfied with what I was saying. And so that was good to get away from the media and the side effects, what I was experiencing. And it set up the day for going into town. And the great thing about town was that there were so many people down there. A lot of the time I go downtown and there's not that many people down there. Today, incidentally, was the first time in a while that I'd walked through the local park into town, and it just made for a nice change. Across Denver, I went a lot in the summer. But it was kind of a great break. There were so many people down there. There were so many people in the coffee shop, and it reminded me of when I went to the coffee shop, the Costa that they've got at Worcestershire Royal Hospital when I was in the psychiatric unit there. And it was just great to have that hubbub and people in all colours and all this type of thing dressed, for the weather and all that sort of thing. And it was just good to see, it was just, it's nice to see people just going about their business. And that's sort of what I try to do. I'm trying to force myself to just do conventional things and think conventionally. But with these side effects and watching the media, like quite a bit of the time, like I say, it's dreary stuff, it's doom laden stuff. And it's just like, they pick out, they micromanage, and you just like want to write to these people and say, well, take it easy, life's short, and that sort of thing. But like I said in my last video, there was something that unlocked it all for me. It wasn't really something; it was quite a few things. But it seems like I remember years ago saying, I've said this recently, that I can walk down the street doing pretty much nothing, just walking in a straight line, and I can see all sorts of strange behaviour off the back of that. Maybe I just got one of those faces or something. I don't know, but anyway, it's just a bit strange. But anyway, like I say, I was thinking about subscribing to Netflix. I've had a look at different services online, non-terrestrial TV. Uh, it's just if you watch that stuff too much, you would literally go crazy. How many meds would I need if I was to keep on watching some of the online stuff and some of the stuff on TV? So it was, in a nutshell, it was great to get out there and just in get that hubbub down the coffee shop and in town as well. Um, and it was a nice sunny day, really nice day. That's why I filmed the park and around town and stuff like that. They're doing up the town hall. I've got a picture of that, and the Rowland Hill car park that used to be this passageway with really interesting shops. They demolished it to build that, whatever you want to call it, the Rowland Hill Centre. It's pretty much barren of anything interesting apart from the cafe there. But town itself was great. They're building new things there. The town hall will be finished in, I think, May next year, which will be quite interesting because there'll be a cafe there apparently, and the piano building where there was a to let sign that I filmed. They're doing stuff there as well, which looks interesting. But what I've had to do since leaving hospital is sort of say to family, look, I'm not going to be getting any presents this year. I am getting myself loads of presents. Like you saw, I've got a new coffee machine because the old one went tits up. I've got my man bag that I've dyed, which I showed a clip before and after. I sort of regret doing it at the moment because it does look like a turd. The colour scheme of it, and how shiny it is, like a turd. But anyway, uh, yeah, it was a great day out after all that. All that type of stuff you see in the media sometimes. It's like really dreary, depressing stuff. And no wonder mental health services are overloaded. If that's what the media, like contemporary music, contemporary, everything, is like. Um, but like I say, quite a few things unpicked all that for me. And now I am having to force myself to live conventionally, to think conventionally, and just force myself to do things. Because if I dance to that tune that was set many years ago by someone who doesn't even, well, by a few people who don't even really deserve to be mentioned, I would literally go off my rocker. But it's just chill out, take it easy, just go about your day, take it at a leisurely pace, which is what I try to do in these videos. They're just slow. It's not like these influencers where they say, "Oh, do videos like this, do videos like that," and spend a fortune on the latest kit and all that sort of thing. You don't actually need it. All you need is a smartphone and a few little things. I've bought myself a couple of video lights and tripods. So I can do vlogs out and about because I really like doing them. But it's that pace of them that I like. Not rushed, not hurried, not micromanaged, not dreary, like some of the people I see around town as well. But not everyone, and that was the good thing about getting out today. I mean, the girl who served me my mocha today down the coffee shop was in good enough spirits. And that's sort of what you want. You don't want a coffee. You don't want to go for a coffee where they're as dreary as some of the media and all that you see. But anyway, yeah, I often think back to the staff who were in the hospital. It were just great. They were great. Sometimes they got a bit dreary and fatalistic and stuff like that. But all once they sort of got to know me a bit, they sort of got over that. But there seems, I mean, I've got a new consultant, and someone came along with a new consultant. I don't know who she was or what function she served, but my new consultant. Uh, it's going to take time to get to know the guy, but it's like you know, I did like the old one was okay. Don't know why they changed him, but I've got a new one, and he seems all right. Give it time, sort of thing. But yeah, bit of a roller coaster ride. Like last night, I started getting these extreme side effects, and it went on into this morning until I saw this guy from the fire brigade, who was pretty chilled out. Uh, but yeah, I buy myself loads of Christmas presents. I'm also getting myself the Apple Watch as soon as I get paid next, which is in about a week's time. It's got a massive screen on it. And I need these things to look forward to. Otherwise, you know, I've got to get back into the swing of reading, of doing yoga, of doing meditation, without sort of going overboard with the spirituality type stuff. I'm not particularly interested in religion or spirituality so much. So I'm not sure about the spirituality stuff. The better stuff. Uh, but I will do the meditation because it can be quite useful. And I think yoga as well. But getting my watch gives me the impetus to start doing stuff like that. My new coffee machine, get back into some of my routines and stuff like that. Seeing people, I mean, seeing people I know, that's helpful as well. Um, but like I said in my last video, I only see people now and again, and that's okay. But I've got to get into the swing of that. Being institutionalized in hospital the last time sort of got me too used to being around people, and it's getting used to that again. That I'm not going to be around people so much like I used to be before. Where I pretty much kept myself to myself and just went about my business and saw people now and again. Um, but yeah, so all in all, the day last night went badly. Like I can be walking down the street, maybe I got one of those faces that people just jump to all sorts of conclusions about. But most people seem to be all right today, and I think I'll take it from there.